What up, peeps? Welcome back. Today we're going to dive into the engine and try to figure out why this thing doesn't run. The previous owner that had it told me that he was driving on the highway and something just happened and it started idling really high, revving to the moon. So today we're going to try to mess around with it and see if we can get it started. Oh my god, I almost ripped this shit off. That's crazy. Hood cable's broken on this thing. Oh, there you go. Alright, first glance, let me see if I can turn my spotlight on, hold on. So, I started digging around looking for my lights, but there was a throttle body hanging out in here. I don't know why. He said that he thinks it was something with the map sensor, but I doubt it. So I unplugged the throttle body that was chilling in here. I did notice that this stuff is just loose. Like, look. So I'm wondering if something just got loose while he was driving. And then I did notice that the starter is a little separated, if you can see that, and there's washers in there. I don't know why. And I did notice that the starter bolts are loose as well. So actually, look, the starter's very loose. I gotta go over this car, make sure all these Downstar hardware, everything's tight. Okay, so this car has a chipped ECU in it right now. I am gonna try to run the car on the S300 instead, since I understand this better. I can't control that chip because I don't have a chip reader or anything to program or throw a base map in that. But this, I can plug up my laptop and set a base map here and see if I can get it to even turn on. I did not tighten the throttle position sensor because I am going to calibrate it here on the S300 and adjust it there. And the starter, I need to find an Allen bolt or an Allen big enough to tighten that and see if I can force the starter to turn over. But I'm going to plug this up now and get the laptop. Let's see if we can start this car today. So I have the S300 hooked up. I am wondering why I don't hear anything happen when I do upload a base map. Fuel pump is turning on, but I force tested the starter because it wasn't clicking with one of these wires, and it actually does turn. So let's see if this thing does turn on. I don't know why. Okay, so we need some juice. So now the starter's working. All right, we'll get it going. Okay, well, I got it to start somehow. Let me show you guys. I got the garage door open this time because, man, it is smoky in here. Ugh. Let's see if she starts. I can't rev her up, but come on, baby. Alright, let me get my wife's battery. So right now, I had it jumped from a battery I have that's known to be good to a battery that I think is probably shot by now. It is tucked up in here, so it's annoying to get to, and it was ratchet strapped. I am going to figure out a better idea for this, but for now I'm going to try to put the battery directly instead of with jumper cables. Maybe that'll help the car out. If not, I'll grab my wife's battery. Alright, I think this battery's a little too tall for it, so I just got to be careful the positive doesn't touch the frame. So I have to figure out a battery situation now with this. I'll probably get one of these again, this size, whatever this is. But hopefully it doesn't fall, and let's try it out. Okay, she starts. a lot of problems. We might have to figure out why it's revving. But at least I know it turns on. Maybe that battery was just crossed over and not letting the other battery turn it on. But I gotta figure this out. Okay, I took the throttle body off and I made sure there was nothing wrong with it. I did put the pin, lined up the pin with the notch on the TPMS so that way it reads now. I did find longer bolts and a washer because they had these little tiny ones, and I found some longer ones so everything looks a lot better. It is right now reading negative 24 or 0. It's bouncing back and forth. I don't know why, but see, but it's close enough where I'm happy to get it started and actually see if it revs up and try to fix this idle issue it's having. Okay, so right now I had my wife help me calibrate maximum reading at full throttle, and I did adjust the throttle cable because it was very, very loose. I am going to upload this and see. Okay, turn the switch off once and turn it back on. Now you're going to have to press the clutch to turn the car on. Good. Turn it on again. Turn it on again. I can smell a lot of fuel, so I'm wondering if it's the injector. Okay, it's probably drowning in fuel. Alright. I decided to plug the chipped GSR ECU to see if it works a lot better with the car. I don't know. I messed with S300s and K Pro ECUs before, where you upload a base map and you hear the car like activate, like it resets. But I don't know, with that S300 I'm not hearing anything. He said he was driving the car with that ECU, so I want to test that theory out to see if it actually stays on. That sounds like a bad misfire. Oh man, my eyes are on fire. So I'm messing around with the S300 because I didn't like the way the P72 was working the car. I can't control nothing. He did put RC injectors. I don't know if they're like 550s, 650s, 750s. I don't remember what he told me. He does have some stock ones, and I'm gonna revert back to stock because this car does not have engine internals to even have any type of upgraded injectors. Okay, so I figured something out. I figured out what the injector size is. They clearly say it right on it. If I would have just read the injector, I would have saw they're 310 cc's. So they're not that much more bigger than stock. I think stock is like 270 on B series, if I'm not mistaken. But I did fix that on the ECU. It did register. It doesn't smell like fuel no more, and it actually idles a lot better. It stays on, and it's not billowing black smoke and just stinks like fuel. But I think it has to do something with the IAC. I have to take this manifold off and inspect everything, make sure it's sealed properly, because when I turned it on and I slightly hold it here, it idles fine. I don't know. I'm like 99% sure it has something to do with the intake manifold. So I am gonna take it off and try to mess with it. I'll turn it on for a little bit, show you what I'm talking about, because now it does that idle surge. And, so I'll show you what I'm talking about. lot of rattling noise on that exhaust, my God. But you get the point. It's not smoking in here no more, which is a good thing. Those are all positive signs that I actually did get the injectors to work correctly. I got the right injector timing in there. And I just got to figure out where that vacuum leak is somewhere here. I know it has to be a vacuum leak. I think I had this problem before with this car, and that's why I got rid of it, because I couldn't figure it out and I didn't have mechanical skills back then. But I do know a little bit more now. I'm not the best, but I'm positive it has something to do with the IAC. Something's leaking back here, and I have to take this off and figure it out. But that's all I have for this video. We tried. We'll try in the next video, and hopefully I can figure out what's going on with this thing. If not, I do have the stock manifold I can throw back on, and we go from there. So thanks for watching this video, and I'll catch you on the next one.